Alright guys, welcome back. So I've already showed you guys two combo guides. The first one was with Doppel Warrior, right? The second one was with Junk Converter. So that leaves us with one more little guy, and that's going to be Caligo. Caligo, it has an interesting role because it's the worst one to do speeder with because it doesn't chain block the Ash, whereas these two do. So that's one more interaction that you have to worry about. But nonetheless, it has some pretty cool, neat applications, like giving a false pretense, giving your opponent like a bait, right? Because most often than not, like when people play against this deck, they're kind of unaware of what it's capable of doing, so they'll revert back to their like common sense and fundamentals, right? Like based off card economy, like okay, well, they've depleted their hands, they've used a normal summon, this seems kind of important, and they'll simplify the game state and try to make sense of it the best they can because they're unaware of the matchup. So sometimes they'll prematurely interact with Junk, and they'll be like, oh, I'll just imprim this, or I'll value this, so they won't get back this because this generates more resources. And that's where this guy comes in and just swoops in and then special summons itself and allows it to make Junk speeder. But then again, it still doesn't bypass the fact that it still loses to an Ash. So let's go ahead and get straight into it, okay? Because this is going to be pretty interesting. Because there's going to be some lines that might be a bit deceiving. So you have to keep that in mind. Okay, so let's say you have these two in hand. Whether you special summon this, whether you overtake this and normal summon this, that would be preferably the route you do. Because like the fact that you can special summon it mid-combo can come up. But let's just say we have just these two. Summon, special summon. And here we go. Summon our Junk Speeder. Activate Junk Speeder. So we summon our Starter Synchron, our Junk Synchron, and of course the newly released off the ban list, Jet Synchron. There's a trigger on summon. You add Illumination. Illumination activated. Might as well send your trail. Okay, so right here, it's going to be very similar. You're going to go for the Baron Pop, right? Because Yugioh, it's just so incredible. So you're going to use Illumination second effect, banishing it by increasing or reducing a starter sponsor's level by 1. So you increase, you make a Baron. Okay, thank you, Harrison. And then now, this is where the combo can deviate, and this is what I mean. There's going to be 3 routes. One of them allows you to draw more. One of them is like it's very certain, but it doesn't seem like it's something you can do, but depending on your hand, that's you choose the right route. All right, so I'm gonna showcase you guys. You can either go tribute this, special this, right, and then this is your 7, and then you have your route, right? So let me show you. Let me just show you all 3. Okay, so you're gonna go into Yugioh, okay, and then you're gonna go Baron effect, pop Yugioh, summon your Mare. You're gonna use the effect of Mare. 1, 2, 3. If you want tokens, link is in the description. Use my promo code to get 10% off. Get any rarity, pretty cool. Okay, so this is at 3, right? So reduce 3 times. So you can do 2 things. You can either go Librarian and then climb into Excel. But the only thing that will do for you is ending on just basically Herald. And so you have to choose which one you have, because like depends on what your hand is, whether you have Jester, whether you have I mean, if you have access to Doppel, then you wouldn't be doing this route. But let's just say like you don't have anything else, and that's the whole point of these combos, to see what these 2 cards can produce. Okay, so the first route, you go right into Librarian. Okay, and then now this and this, your Excel, you draw 1. Okay. And then now, this will send either a 3, a 4, or a 1, 3 or 4, because you don't have an Excel, a Jangrave. You just send Junk Starter Synchron, make it level 1. So 1, 2, reborn this, draw 1, draw 2. Okay, so this is the first line. Okay, very simple. Straight to the point, draw 3. Not bad, right? It's not bad. But we can do another route. Okay, so we're back here. right? So let's try this again. We can tribute this, bring back this, trigger this. This is vanished. And then this makes your Yahtzee. Okay. Effect, pop this. Summon your Mare. Effective Mare. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And instead of going straight into Librarian, you're gonna have to sacrifice some draws to end up drawing into more. It seems that's what I meant by deceiving. Like you first thing, oh yeah, let's just go for the Librarian, then we'll just start, you know. But this is what I mean. Like it just trust the process. So you're gonna go into Excel. Okay. And then you use Excel's effect. Send Junk Synchron to reduce it by 3. So it's level 2 right now. And now 2 and 1 equals 3. Simple math, right? Simple math. Right? And then effects, bring back your Junk Synchron. And once again, we're going to utilize the first effect that's completely disregarded most of the time. But hopefully after these combos, it won't be. Okay, so then now we're going to utilize the search effects. So Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2. Searching a junk converter. Summon. Summon. Okay, and then now we can go. Okay, and we can utilize the converter effect to reborn. So it's a matter of what do you want to end on, right? Because we can easily just go converter reborn, either a 5, a 3, a 1. Yeah, I mean you can reborn this as well. You know, you can make like a junk warrior if you really wanted to, and then make it. Yeah. Okay, so you have these options, right? So you, depending on your hand, but once again, we're disregarding our hand because we want to see what this and junk solely can produce, right? So you can set up a hot red, right? Because you can end up climbing. Because this is, remember, this is a tuner, so don't lose track of that. Because sometimes that can mess you up. You'll be anticipating like, oh yeah, but you forget that there's a tuner, and you end up in a situation where like, oh man, I don't have, I thought that, you know, you end up with a bunch of tuners, and that's like the worst case scenario and the worst nightmare you can possibly have. Okay, so let's just do the simple, right? Summon this, right? And then now, so you go 1, 2, you draw 2. Okay, and now you go into Chaos Ruler like that. So 1, 2, you'll mill 5. Doesn't really matter what it is. Draw 1, and then here you end on hot red. Like that. You draw another one. So that's what I mean. Like there's 2 routes you can do, and there's one more. Okay, because if you remember in the first 2 combos, we tributed this one. We kept the junk on field, and this is what I mean. Like sometimes you get a bit tunnel vision and just see the TG, and you want to get it out as fast as possible. Sometimes, majority of the times, it is the right play to do that, but sometimes you have to really like take a step back and be like, oh, hang on, I can do this and that and sacrifice a few draws, but in the long run, it'll benefit me way more. You know? Okay, let me show you the last one, which is insane. Okay, so we're back here. Okay, so the first 2, remember, we were tributing this to keep this and make a 7, but this time we're gonna tribute this. Special trigger. Okay, and now this is where the effect comes up again. So you're gonna go chain 1, chain 2 to generate a token because you want to get ashed. Okay. Adding your junk converter, and then now you're gonna use the effect of Excel Synchron, sending your Stardust Synchron to make it a level 1. Then you're gonna synchro summon to a level 2. Activate effect, summon this from hand, special this, and then here you do this, which is pretty cool. You make a charge warrior, chain 1, chain 2, reborn this, you draw one, and then you make a crystal wing. So see how versatile these two cards are? And this is without Yazi, which is pretty cool, right? But you notice the difference. You won't draw as much, but your board will be established in such a way where, okay, this is certainty. Like, you're not really counting on drawing. This is for sure guaranteed, you know. And we didn't even have to use the Mermer, which for some of you might be a good news because some of you don't like playing Mermer, but like Mermer is just needed in the deck just for the post Nibiru plays and just for the option to be able to go second, go into Yazi first, like go Jester and have a 7 play, and then pop a back row, and then float, have them waste the Ash on that. If they don't waste the Ash on that, then they waste the Vader on the Mermer. Then your Junk's secure. So with your speeder, you know, like that, it just has so many applications for the deck itself. But like, yeah, those are the 3 main combos that you can utilize. Okay, but anyways, that's gonna be it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe if you haven't, and thanks for watching.